Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about my spiritual journey, my road to healing. I thought it was time to explain to you guys why I took this path in my life, how I've been doing, what it's helped me with, and kind of really help you guys on your journey to see if this path is really for you. 100%, I am so happy and grateful that I was able to walk this spiritual path, to tap into my magical abilities, and to be able to be this abundant, beautiful, gorgeous being who creates her reality, and also find ways to find peace within myself and to express my emotions in a beautiful, healthy way. I want this for every single person on this fucking earth, so hopefully this video helps you out. If it does, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video from me. Let's finally get into the video. So the first thing we have to start off is how I was beforehand, why I decided to take this path, and how I started to take this path. So growing up, I grew up in a very toxic, abusive, disrespectful, trifling, ugly, rotten environment. Okay, that's who I was. I was really put into a space where I had no choice but to really welcome in negativity, toxic habits, and things of that nature. And I felt as if though I would never break out of this cycle. I felt like it was my destiny to be unhappy forever. It was my destiny to be in poverty. It was my destiny to be hurt by the people that I was supposed to love, especially my family. I thought it was just, there was nothing I could do to change the fact that this is what's happening to me. I've suffered from physical and emotional abuse. I've done the same to others, especially my family, because I picked up those habits from my family, so I thought that was the way to go. I didn't have the confidence to express myself and to love myself as I was. I hated who I was. I had no discipline, no motivation. I literally was walking through life like a blur. Like, honestly, I can remember some things from my childhood simply because I have a good ass memory. Honestly, it's crazy. Like, out of all my friends, I be remembering shit and they don't. I'm like, I'm tired of having these memories. But I was just walking through life like a blur, just unhappy, like this black stain that was never finna be washed, honestly. And then in the summer of 2017, like when I graduated, I think it was the next year after that, 2018, I felt like I needed a change. I was tired, I was over it. And that was like towards the end of high school. It was really when I was getting into my social justice bag. I was getting into my, I'm about to be the black sheep in the family bag. I was getting into that bag, okay? And so I found out that I didn't have to go the traditional religion, my traditional way, and become a witch. So I saw that people can be witches, and I was like, whoa, let me get into that. So I started to get into witchcraft, but the first thing that really kind of stood out to me was manifestation. I really wanted to get out of my situation, and once I figured out about law of attraction and that I can create my desired reality, I was just like hooked on it. I grasped that fucking practice like it was my lifeline. I was like, are you kidding me? I can create my own reality just by saying that I will, like just choosing to be on the frequency of love and compassion. I can create my reality. I can be happy. Hell yeah, bitch, I want that. So I went and grabbed that hoe. So before I even found out what manifesting was, I was really I had toxic habits that I needed to unleash. I had gained a lot of weight from just being depressed and binge eating, and with that comes with like abusive remarks from my family. I used to self-harm, and of course I'm put a trigger warning before all this, but I used to self-harm. Me and the best friend at the time, we was going through a lot, so she was like one of the only people who kind of understood where I came from, because I kid you not, our generation has some of the worst fucking parents, like period. Like, it was ghetto, okay? I had depression, anxiety, fear. I was just angry all the time. I did not want nobody to fuck with me, especially when I started getting in high school and I moved into my mom's place. I had this permanent glare. I had this permanent bitch face. Like, don't talk to me, don't look my way, don't fucking look at me. And my brothers and my mom, they knew not to fucking touch me, not to talk to me, not to come in my room. I did not like nobody in that family, except for my little brother, but I didn't really connect with him because I didn't know how to express my emotions. but I don't like him now. But that was back then. So once I found out a lot of attraction and how to manifest, that's when I started to get happy. That's when things started kind of clicking in place. So first thing I had to do was really do inner work about how I can get on the frequency of love and compassion. And in manifesting, you have to be on a frequency that's easy for you so you can welcome in that abundance really quickly. So I started to do law of attraction, and as I started to master it, I stumbled upon being a witch. So I was like, ooh, I can use the move to manifest. And that kind of really came from manifesting. So I stumbled upon that. I was like, okay, I'm about to be a witch. I'm about to start practicing that. But I had to practice in secret because I was a Jehovah's Witness. Not me, but my family were. We were brought up into that religion, and I hate it with a passion, bitch. That religion is a cult, and you cannot tell me otherwise. I can celebrate my birthday. Y'all understand how annihilated I was as a childhood. If you were a Jehovah's Witness as a kid and you're not now, you understand how fucking fucked up that religion is. Like, you can't celebrate your birthday. You can't go out and hang with friends. You can't do worldly shit. You can't watch supernatural shows or shows that have magic in it because it's demonized. That shit sucked, y'all. And I was a very creative person. I love supernatural shit. I love magic. I love seeing things that were out of the ordinary. So telling me that I cannot watch H2O, you got me fucked up. So I was gonna watch it anyway, period. So I had to literally sneak and watch H2O. I had to sneak and watch Fairly Odd Parents, even though I didn't like it. I had to sneak and watch shit. When I go to school, I couldn't say the Pledge of Allegiance, which I don't mind that. I don't care. I don't want to say that shit. I couldn't go to school when they was having Christmas parties or birthday parties. I couldn't get no goddamn candy on Valentine's Day that had the word Valentine's Day on it. You know how fucking nuts that is for a kid? I never celebrated Christmas. I never celebrated my own birthday, but I started to celebrate it when my mom got out of jail. She took us and she brought me some presents, and that was like the first time I ever got a present as a kid, and I think I was like 13 or 11. And I probably got some other presents as a kid as well. I just don't remember, but it was on my dad's side and not my mom's side. I lived with my grandma on my mom's side, so I didn't got anything. But if I went over to my grandma's house on my dad's side, I would get Christmas presents and things like that, but I couldn't bring it back because they had that shit going on. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So that was just such a hard thing to deal with as a kid, because you want to experience these things, you want to be happy, you want to celebrate your birthday with your friends, but you can't because they don't like that. Apparently it's wicked. Babylon the Great, ain't that a woman? Because of Babylon, what the hell she got to do with me? First of all, she was a bad bitch if we really ain't getting into it. Okay, I don't mind her, but like, that shit was so ghetto. So I kind of got off track. But after I done that, after I got into law of attraction and witchcraft, now I was ready to like tackle my weight gain and tackle my body image and tackle my self-confidence and my self-love. So as I was learning about journaling and how to do positive affirmations, I started to journal out what I wanted to be, who I was, how can I love myself, and I started to really see myself from a bird's eye view. I was like, I shouldn't hate the way I look, or I shouldn't be mad that I was born this way. I shouldn't take the people's words who are trying to bring me down, which was mostly my family, at face value, because they themselves have insecurities and they're just projecting onto me because they can't deal with their insecurities. So I had to work around not letting people who are low vibrational get into my space. And so I was like, okay, once I love my body, then I'm going to start working on my body and working on my health and working on eating more and actually eating things that nourish my body instead of just snacking all the time. So once I was able to do that, which was awesome, it took a couple of months, but it was great. I started to go into my weight loss journey, which was in 2018, the summer. That's when I was working, and that was before I became a full-time artist. So I started my weight loss journey. I started to eat a little bit healthier. I started to work out every day, and since me working out every day, it kind of helped with my depression because I was moving my body, I was getting energetic. I just couldn't sit in the bed all day. I had to really force myself to move and do that workout because I had a goal in mind, and that was really the key thing that helped me with my depression, was really getting active and moving and realizing that I have a goal at the end of the day. And I can reach that goal with freaking like determination and positivity and all that good shit. So that's what really helped me with my depression. And as I continue to go down this path, I started to see things in a new light. I started to gain confidence within myself as I continue to work on my self-love and acceptance, and work on, you know, eating food that are healthy, and then work on like the law of attraction. And I started to see things manifest into my reality. So I continue to be happy and shit. I started to connecting with other beings who are beautiful and nice and kind, especially in regards to my art. I started to see my art take off very slowly but surely. It was a stressful time, but I kept pushing through. I was just very stubborn. I was like, I have an end goal and I want to reach this goal, and the only way I can reach this is if I stop complaining and start doing something about it. And I just started to move. I started to walk. I started to, you know, wake up every day and be like, okay, what can I look forward to today? What can I be happy about today? What goal can I accomplish today to get closer to my end goal? And once I did that, it was just, everything just started to kind of click in place. And around that time, I started to connect deeply with my ancestors. I think it was like 2019, the beginning of 2019 is when they wanted me to connect with them further. So I did that. It was freaking awesome. They started to get even more involved into my life. So they started to help me be happy, healthy, and wealthy. So that was freaking awesome as well. So all this good shit was happening, and I just felt so nice. And after I got into law of attraction, witchcraft, and connected with my ancestors, then I moved on to shadow work. And when I was working on manifesting, I was slowly doing shadow work, but I wasn't really, you know, getting down to the key points, wondering why I felt this way when somebody would talk to me, or what these triggers were, how my family treated me. Like, I was doing shadow work and breaking cycles, and that was around like 2019, 2020. I was starting to break like cycles and do shadow work to help heal myself and heal others. I started to see shit, which I already saw that they were wrong, but then I stopped, you know, engaging in the cycle, because you can see when things are wrong from a different point of view, but it's kind of harder to stop engaging in those things, especially when that is all you know. That frequency is what you grew up with, so it's very, very easy for you to just be pulled back into it, instead of stopping yourself and saying, hey, I'm not going to be pulled back into that cycle. I'm going to break it. I'm going to go a different direction. So once I figured out how to break the cycle of toxic abuse in my family towards me, things just kind of just whoosh, that shit skyrocketed. Okay, bitch. I set boundaries for myself surrounding my family. I stopped really honestly loving my family. I cut the plug with them bitches. I cut the cord, and I freed myself from their toxic energy, from their abuse, physically and emotionally, from their limiting beliefs. I said, I'm going to be happy knowing that I don't need them in my life, that just because they're family doesn't mean they have to stay in my life, that I don't have to reconcile with them, especially when they like to gaslight and manipulate me, especially when they will not change ever. And if they're not going to change, why should I sit here and allow myself to continue to be hurt, knowing that every time I forgive them, they're going to do the same shit again? So that was probably one of the hardest things I had to do, which was set boundaries with my family. And if you've grown up in a toxic home, or you're still in a toxic home, that shit can be hard. It sucks. But you're gonna have to have strength, you're gonna have to have courage, and you're gonna have to have discipline. You're gonna have to put your foot down, because you have to remember that this is for your highest and greatest good, okay? You can cut off family. You can say fuck family. Family does not have to stay in your life. You can find new family that is not blood related, that will treat you better than the family that you were born into this reality with. So just really be confident with yourself, and know that you setting boundaries is what needs to happen. And if they change, if they start implementing changes, then that's a different story. But if you know that they're not going to change, don't allow yourself to fall back into that cycle just because you had happy memories at one point. Sometimes those happy memories are beautiful memories, and you love them and you would never forget them. But you have to remember the abuse and the abuse emotionally and physically that will not help you succeed, that will constantly hurt you, and you will just be in a cycle of pain. You want to break free from that pain. So hold on to those memories, those happy memories, and know that you can make new happy memories with a family who truly cherishes you, and it's not your blood one. Okay, I just wanted to say that. I had to get that out the way. So basically, the reason why I kind of went down this spiritual path was because I wanted to be happy, healthy, and I wanted to be at peace. Growing up in a toxic household, you know that all you want is peace in life. Like, you just want to just calm down. I don't want to hear shit. That's what I wanted when I was walking down this spiritual path. I also wanted to, be this being who was happy, healthy, abundant, kind, and who can express their emotions in a healthy way, good and bad. And I also wanted to connect with something that was bigger than myself, because as I was growing up and I kind of strayed away from Jehovah's Witness, I did not know what the hell I believed in. I didn't even believe, I knew I believe in God, but I was just not sticking to any religion. I was not connecting with anything. And it was just like I had a void in my heart. Like, there was nothing there that could fill it. And once I started walking my spiritual path and connecting with my ancestors and the universe and beings who are the same or are like walking the same path as me, I felt like I was just connecting to something bigger, and that void started to be filled up with love, compassion, wealth, riches. Like, it was just such a great thing. So I realized that what I needed was freedom, period, point blank. I did not want to be held down by any rules that I know were not the best rules in the fucking world, especially when they was stupid. Like, homophobia, transphobia, misogyny, like, that's pretty much in all of man-made religions, and it wasn't there at one point in time. And I just needed a practice where I could be free, where I could practice freedom, and that I don't judge anyone who shouldn't be judged. Okay, I'm not saying I never judge, because some people need to get judged. Like, homophobic people, you going to hell. And I'm just keeping it real with your ass. So I just needed a practice to do where I can be free, where I can express myself, and I don't have to be restricted. Like, I'm a free spirit. I don't need to be restricted. I don't like that shit. Get off me. So when I found out this spiritual practice, especially root work and witchcraft, I was like, wow, awesome. Like, I didn't want to go to Christianity or any other religions, because I was like, I want something of my own. I know that it's some magic out there for me, something that is not the traditional way, something that came from my fucking bloodline, not white man's made religion. Like, I don't want that shit. And once I found out about hoodoo and root work, I was like, yes, this is for me. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna walk down this path. And it was just like the best decision I ever made. Especially with witchcraft as well, even though I'm not a witch anymore. I'm just a root worker, and I practice spirituality. It was a fun time to do. It kind of helped me get my foot in the water to practice things like astral projection, connecting with your ancestors, reading tarot, using crystals, using incense, connecting with my psychic abilities, all that good shit. It was just like a doorway to all this, to the path I was supposed to walk. So right now, in this present moment, I have manifested so many things in my life that I am so happy and grateful for. I also continue to go through obstacles, but I deal with those obstacles in a better way than I used to deal with them, especially since I have help to deal with those obstacles, which is my ancestors and the universe. I love the path that I'm walking right now. I get to help people, I get to help myself, I get to be free, I get to feel truly happy in my soul. Sometimes I have bad days, but whenever I have those bad days, I know that good days will come again, and I just don't feel like there's an endless void of bad days. And if I get a bad week or a bad month, I know that I will still come out of it, because my ancestors are trying to teach me something, and once I learn that lesson, I'm going to be better off for it. I kind of see life in a new light right now than I did before, and I'm just really happy that I can connect with people, that I can achieve my dreams that I always wanted to achieve, which is one, being a YouTuber. Like, as a kid, I used to always dream of being a YouTuber. Like Bethany Moda, you remember when it was oversaturated? Like, all the white girls, it was super oversaturated videos, and I'm not gonna lie, I live for that shit. That shit was kind of amazing. Not gonna lie. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, and now I am. And you know why I am? Because I manifested this. I had the help of my ancestors, and I kind of walked down a path which I knew I can create my reality. Now I'm living the dream. As a kid, I wanted to be a therapist because I wanted to help people, and what am I doing right now? I'm helping you guys in a different way that is not school, because your girl cannot. My brain, she just dies. Like, the battery dies every time she goes to school. So I'm walking the path that I wanted to walk ever since I was a kid, but in a different way. And that's why I really love spirituality, because it can show you what path you're supposed to walk, especially if you have a certain path you want to walk, but you don't know how to get there. And the one path that you know is not the path for you. You think it's not the best. Spirituality can kind of help you figure out different ways to go down your path. And that is what I freaking love about it. So yeah, I know this video was kind of rambling, but I hope it kind of gives you some help in regards to your own journey. One of the things I really wanted to say about, you know, getting started in spirituality is just to start somewhere and gain knowledge on it. You don't have to practice it, but what you can do is really research it, gain so much knowledge, write it down in your book, and just start reading up on it. And, you know, let your intuition, your ancestors, your guides lead you down the path you want to walk. That's personally how I was able to get to the point I am over these 4 to 5 years. It was one of the most challenging yet most transforming and amazing years I ever had. I enjoyed these last 5 years, and I can't wait to enjoy the many years that are to come, because there's going to be some good ass shit coming, some new growth, some new powers. It's just going to be so fucking amazing, guys. So I hope this video was able to help you. Comment down below what you're trying to get out of your spiritual journey. For me, it was happiness, abundance and wealth and love and self-confidence, and I got every single fucking one of them. So you guys tell me what you guys want out of your path. I really hope that your path is the best it can be. Don't be, you know, discouraged if sometimes you meet obstacles. It's how you react to those obstacles that your ancestors give you, which is going to bring you a lot of lessons, a lot of abundance and clarity. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure to stop by my shop if you want to see Black women as supernatural beings. And I'll see my little angel fairies later. Bye, my loves.
She my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret everything. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for her. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you.